Hello, hello, everyone. Hey, how you doing, everyone? It is Wednesday, so happy Wednesday to all of you. Yeah, you're seeing us from a slightly different perspective today, and there we go, right just after 4 o'clock, and here we are for What's New Wednesday. It's been a bit of a kooky day today here in the store. Matt is has been receiving stuff, so we've got some stuff for you to take a look at tonight. Not a lot, but just a little. And we've got Darlene over on the other side of the store putting out the lawn fawn. Shh. The store is closed, so we are still within the rules. I can't show you any of it, but Lawn Fawn, the Christmas and winter release for 2025, goes live at midnight tonight. Woohoo! So that means it's our PJ party starting at 10:30 p.m. over in our Lawn Fawn PJ party group. If you don't know about it, feel free to message us. Let me see if I can find that email address. Here we go. Email us at info@craftersworkshop.ca if you've got questions about anything that you see in tonight's What's New. Of course, you're also welcome to pop something in the comments. I'll do my best to answer as I see it here on screen, or go back afterwards and answer it after. So looking forward to all of that. Hello, Angela. Thank you for tuning in. Hello to everyone who is tuning in here. Let me turn that banner off. And let's jump into things. So I'm going to turn over to my desktop camera. We're going to show a few new things. We're going to talk about some new classes. And then we're going to finish off tonight with a little bit of a store tour. Over on the wall behind me here is all of our Christmas stuff. And I know it's been coming in fast and furious. You may have missed something. So we want to make sure we give a second pass. And you know what? Sometimes it's nice to have that different perspective of walking the wall, as we say, as opposed to seeing it on the desktop. So let's jump in. We've got lots of people signing in on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. Those of you on Facebook, also feel free to drop a comment in the chat. I know Facebook has been tricky lately, so if you can't see us on Facebook, or you can't comment, or you want to engage with us somehow, you could always pop over to YouTube as well. All right, let's flip the camera. Matt always says I need to have something in front of me first, so let me pull from my little pile here, get it in place. Woo, look how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is. Oh, there's Anne signing in from Facebook. Thank you, Anne. Hello to everyone who is joining us. All right, Darlene sneaking around, looking for pegs, looking for stuff. So now I'm going to switch. 3, 2, 1. There we go. And I will hold these up so there isn't quite the glare. I've got a different tripod that I'm working with tonight. So what I've got to show you here is for the travelers in our crafting community. We have some restocked collections from Echo Park and Cartabella. Actually, I think they're all Cartabella. And then we have 2 new ones for those of you who like to travel. So we have Paris, and this is a 12 by 12 collection. We only brought in the collection packs, but they have sold very, very well for us. So Paris is the older one. Yeah. Paris and London were the older ones. Darlene has them stacked in the right order. I should never ever second guess. So we've got Paris here. We've got the Eiffel Tower and coffee in the cafes and the wine. Don't see any cheese, but I'm sure there's cheese in here somewhere. There's the cute little Vespa scooter and macarons. Who's been watching Tony and Ziva? Tony, my favorite NCIS character of all time, has been all about the macarons in Paris. So that's a catchphrase that we've been saying around our house. Anyways, like I said, Paris, this was not a new collection, but we are restocked because it just keeps selling. And the same goes for London. We've got London here with the Tower of London and the black cabs and some great icons and the phone boxes. Not going to say that it's the TARDIS because I don't think that, well, I know it's blue and my kids would just roll their eyes at me, but here we go. So that is London, which is also an older collection. And then new for 2025, we have New York. I will tell you that New York is one of those bucket list destinations for me. I would absolutely love to go and see some shows on Broadway, go see all the Friends um, landmarks and that kind of thing. I have been to New York City once back in my previous life as an advertising writer. I had a very special opportunity to go to New York and record a radio commercial. However, that morning I came down with a vicious case of Norwalk and really didn't notice it till I was on the plane. So I spent most of the day in the radio recording center's bathroom. Not a good day. Didn't see any sights. All I saw was the airport and the radio studio. But you know what? Now I have a story. So that is New York City. And that one, I think they're all by Steve Duncan. And Steve Duncan, if you weren't aware, he does all of his graphics with hand-drawn images. Though some of these are all hand-drawn. So he's added these in and then they have digitized them and added them to the collection. And then we have Italy. Italy. We just watched a little mini travel documentary on Venice, and it looks like a very interesting place to visit. I love, again, the little scooters, the little Vespas, all the shopping. This piece here has all of the different cities and landmarks and all of those good things. So we are definitely adding Italy to our bucket list as well. So those are the new paper collections that are travel focused. And then we also have, coming over my camera here, we have this fun little one. So how many of you in our crafting audience, jot in the comments, do you like to make recipe books? Do you have a family recipe, whether it's for Christmas time or just a secret family recipe that you make for every occasion? Well, Mom's Kitchen might just be the paper pack that you need to document that. It's got a real retro flair to it, but nice bright colors and some great yummies here. Little cartons, the pies, and then some just great neutrals and supporting documents as well. Documents. What kind of word is that? Supporting elements is the word I'm looking for. So with this one, we do have the collection pack. Oh, and you know what? I didn't, on any of these travels, I did not flip over and show you the sticker sheet, but they're super cool. Here on the Mom's Kitchen, here is the sticker sheet just to give you a sense of the icons in these collections. We have the solids pack that goes with it because there were some unique colors in here that sometimes are hard to match. And then we did also bring in the ephemera pack. Mom's Kitchen right on top. So this has got some great little icons. A slice of home. Kitchen messes are the best messages. Sorry, messes. Oh, my stars. I need more coffee. And whisking up some smiles. There is Matt coming down from Shipping World. Say hello, Matt.
Hello.
And then we have the frames and tags as well. So those are just some nice new collections that are good for any time of year from Echo Park and Cartabella. Lots of goodies there. And before I go on our little store tour, oh no, sorry, I've got one more thing to show. How could I forget these guys? So we started with paper, but now we've got some stamps and dies. We are, excuse me, a little bit late on receiving these little guys, but, oh, and Darlene's, Darlene just reads my mind. So Elizabeth Craft has these great little mice dies. So there is the little mouse, boy and girl in the same set. And we have the big mouse, also boy and girl. So mom and dad, son and daughter, however you want to label them. And we've had a couple of releases now of really fun accessories to go with them. So now I've got yet another fabulous little release of accessories for the mice. And I don't know, it's going to be hard to resist. So we have this one here. This one is called construction. So, I mean, I know we're well past Father's Day, but you can start planning for next year. Or maybe you just have, a handyman in your life that you need to make him a card. I know in our past lives when we had weddings to go to, often we will give a toolbox with tools, especially if the happy couple are moving into a new home. So this would make a super cute little wedding card. You can use it for so many different things. The paint, the level, the little safety equipment, the ladder, all give this little mouse some handy tools to work with. Now we're going to take him from outside and bring him inside to the kitchen. So this goes along with that mom's kitchen collection. This is called baking accessories. The little pie with the dome, the bread, the little decorating bag, the cleaver. And a construction mouse better be careful and behave himself, or baking mouse might take the cleaver and chase after him. Now I'm going to sing Three Blind Mice, but we won't go there. Lots of great tools, the little mixer, and oh look, the mouse has a mouse in his kitchen. Super cute. If you want your mouse to get into some hot water, we've got the cooking pot here that has all of the great little vegetables. He can be stirring up some soup. Cooking pot. And then for our crafty friends, we have the art accessories. I love that he's painting a self-portrait. You've got all the different pieces here. Obviously, this is just the mouse a second time, but look how cute these elements are. And you can see how easy it is to position them into different positions. You don't have to always be facing straight on. He does have some flexibility. Maybe they need to have a yoga mouse. Maybe that's next. Ooh. Yoga mouse. What else have we got here? Okay, and then we are going to the great outdoors. I know it's still quite warm here in Ontario, but as we prep for winter, we've got Little Mouse winter accessories. So this set is only for the little mouse, I believe. Oh, let me clarify. So the art is the little mouse, the baking is the big mouse, and the construction is the big mouse. I think you just need all the mice. Isn't that true? Okay, so with the winter accessories, this is for the little mouse. He's got his goggles and his little snowboard. Actually, there's the snowboard there, the goggles, the toques, the little vests. Super, super cute. And because we need it, so that's for little mouse. Then there's also winter accessories for the big mouse. This one is the cutest, so I'm not at all surprised that they've done a set for both sizes of mouse. So he's got skis, little winter puffy jacket, the little hat, the overalls, the ski poles, and some of those ones that don't depend on the body size, like the snowboard and like the skis. You could probably mix and match those between your different mice. The mice need somewhere to ski, so we're going to take them onto the winter scenery. This one has a little sled, and the sled will work, even though it says only little mouse and winter accessories. I would suspect that your big mouse is going to fit on this sled as well, or maybe the big mouse is pulling the sled. We've got some great little winter trees and lots of little fun snow accessories as well. And we will finish off by taking them to the cabin for hot cocoa after they have been outdoors. This is simply a cabin die. This is the size here. It looks to be about 4 inches tall. This is the largest die is 4.2 by 4. So, close enough. We'll call it 4 by 4 just to give you some scale. And I can just really imagine a really fabulous layout that's got the cabin in one little corner and the snow along the bottom and the mice over on the other side. You can create a really, really fun scene with these elements. Now, of course, there is some great little sentiment dies to go with them. You can't have these great little things without some sentiments. This one is in the kitchen sentiment. So what's cooking? Count memories, not calories. You bake me happy. That's what my family says. You bake me happy because I make them cookies. You are super awesome. To the best cook, and so on and so forth. And we have the best dad sentiment. So I love that there is a level here and some extra little tools. Under construction, Thanks for always building me up. You gave me the tools I never knew I needed. So some really sweet sentiments just to round out this set. So this is the newest release from Elizabeth Crafts. There is another one coming next week on October 1st, which fortunately happens to be a Wednesday. So we will show you all the things there. And I believe it is Art Journal is next up. So if you are an Art Journal fan, make sure you tune in next week on Wednesday. Darlene is going to take those away. So before I go on that store tour, like I said, I promised you a sneak peek and some information about some of our classes. Now, if you have never heard of it, we have an event called Craft Around. And what that is, actually maybe just so if you got something fun to look at, Craft Around is an in-person event that we host at the Stouffville Legion, which is just about 5 minutes from our store. And what happens is you come in, you sign in, and we give you a little kit of goodies. And it's got paper, and it's got embellishments, and it's got adhesive usually in it. And then we've got 5 stations set up for you. And you go around to each of the 5 stations, and you make a project at each one of those stations. Now, you don't have to go in order. You can do station 1, then station 4, then station 5, then station 2, then station 3, any order you want. The projects are all independent, and we have a lot of fun. It's such a great day. Now, we do have a morning session and an afternoon session just to manage the flow of people and make sure that our team gets a break in between. It just keeps the day going really well. But we would love to have you join us. That is on October the 18th. I'm looking over at Darlene, but she's nodding away. So October the 18th, it is on our website. But we are just rounding out our samples, and I wanted to give you a sneak peek of 3 of those samples. So let me flip the camera back down. At one station, and I will say before I start to show you, we have a range of projects. So there's one fall, there's one Halloween, there's 2 Christmas, and then there is one Christmas/winter, depending on what colors you choose and how you decide to interpret it. One of our Christmas projects is super cute, and it's this adorable little treat box. So you'll learn about stenciling, you'll learn a little bit about how to assemble die cuts and how to make this adorable little box. So Chris is going to be teaching that station, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Our other Christmas project is by Darlene, and this one's packed with techniques too. So hold on. So sorry about that. This little project here uses a waffle flower set, but you're also going to be playing and learning about acetate cards and rub-ons. You'll get lots of things to choose from and play around with, but what a super sweet little project for the holiday season. And then because, when we have Christmas, we have to have Halloween for our friend Ellen. Speaking of whom will be teaching this station, we have this adorable little shaker card. Now, it does still need to go on a card base, but the main base of the sample here is complete, and look at how fun that is. And we've got 2 other stations. One is a fall station using some Lawn Fawn goodies with our friend Ashley. And Karen is going to be manning the watercolor station. So you'll learn about stamping with watercolor inks, watercolor markers, and how to get that watercolor look. So if you have not signed up already, then go ahead and go to our website and get signed up for that. The morning is almost full. The afternoon still has some space. Diane says she's not seeing the video. It looks like it's freezing. Diane, maybe go over and join us on YouTube. I'm hoping everything is okay and will rectify itself, but try YouTube as an alternate.
Wi-Fi's been up and down here today. It's been spotty.
Okay, we have had some Wi-Fi issues, I'm told. So that could be why. And technology, Why would it cooperate when we have a live to do? All right, the next thing I'm going to share with you is another class. It is, oh, you know what? It may not even be up on the website yet. I think I have to turn it on, which I will do so right after this live. But I have returned to teaching. Woohoo! I have finally had the time to design a project and I'm so excited to bring to you. And it is called Haunted Jars Cards. Didn't realize what a tongue twister that was until I tried to say it here live on camera. But it is using some die cut packs from Simply Stated Designs, which you will get. There's 2 packs in that will come in your kit, plus a bunch of Spellbinders cardstock. Now, on top of it, we're going to be learning some distress oxide techniques. And these are just my samples, so I may be tweaking them a little bit before the class comes into play. But this will give you a real sense of what I am looking for. So we will be making 5 different cards. There is information on the website, especially when I turn it on, as to what supplies you need, what distress oxides you need. And in this case, I will be particular that you will need oxide inks, not regular distress inks. Having said that, if you really don't want to do the oxides, you could revamp these and use regular inks. However, you will need to change your paper out for lighter colors. The regular inks will not show up on the dark cardstock.
Not sure if people on Facebook can hear you or not, but Facebook's video is frozen.
Okay.
YouTube is okay.
Okay, so if you can hear me on YouTube, Darlene's put a comment up there, so thank you. And then there is hopefully the replay that will go smoothly. So this is my class, Haunted Jars. I have scheduled it for October 30th, so perfect timing for a spooky class. That is a Thursday night, and I would love to have you sign up for that. Okay, who is ready for a tour? All right. That is all those good stuff. I'm going to try to remember how to get this camera. There we go. That's our cash desk. That's where we stand most of the day. There's Darlene and Matt. Say hello to the team. Way over there in the corner is the lawn fun stuff I'm not allowed to show you yet, so don't look. Yeah, I did change the camera. Okay. So let's, you know what? I'm going to come here to the front door and pretend that you are coming to see us. So there's our parking lot, newly paved. Woohoo! We come in here and the first thing you see is our Christmas goodies. Let me just adjust this camera one little bit. There we go. There we go. So here right inside the door, we are in the Christmas village and we have tons. This whole wall here is Christmas. Lots and lots of Christmas. I know we're still in October, but is there really a bad time for Christmas? So we have up on the rooftop from Photo Play. We've got some fabulous items from Paper Rose. So there's a couple of lines here. One is called Christmas Holly, and we've got all of those great cut aparts, the die cuts, the quick cards, which are punch outs. And I think that's the way I always remember that cut aparts is exactly as the word says. You are going to cut them apart as it says with your favorite pair of scissors. And guess what? I just noticed they spelled favorite correctly. Woohoo! And then your die cuts are the things that pop out, that punch out, and you don't need those scissors. We've got our Christmas Holly paper pack, and then we've got the Christmas Holly basics. And I hate to call it the patterns and solids because that poinsettia is just stunning on its own. But this one's got lots of great wood grains and plaids and polka dots and all kinds of fun stuff. Up here, we've got our Hardy Crafts 3D toppers. I'm just going to skip over here. Here are some samples of what those 3D toppers look like. You take the pieces, you layer them up and create these gorgeous little dimensional embellishments or focal points for your cards. Oops, I'm coming down too far. There we go. They're absolutely stunning. So we've got poinsettias. We've got Christmas time here. We've got Christmas feeling. And then we've just got Christmas. Four great options for your dimensional elements. Last week, Darlene showed off the Say Cheese Classic Mouse Christmas. Lots of those goodies still in stock. This is the Say Cheese Classic Mouse card kit. Darlene, has anyone made the samples of the card kit yet?
Not yet.
Okay, we're working on those samples. I think we're going to volunteer Simon to do a couple of the samples. Not that he knows that yet, but there we go. And then over here, we've got Echo Park Santa's Christmas Delivery. This one is just the collection pack and the solids pack. Few other little extras, but no single sheets on that one. Down here, we've got Vicky's Mistletoe and Memories. Look at all those gorgeous hand-drawn elements there. And I know the puffy stickers, which I think are back here in this pile. Those are all Vicky's handwriting. So if you want Vicky's handwriting on your projects, then grab those puffy stickers. We've got a few of the flip book kits left. Flip books are out of stock again, but I know we've got more coming in. We've got the pads and we've got the solids. Underneath here, if you're not familiar with our store, we've got some extra storage, and this has all of our glitter foam. Glitter glow, as we always call it. This is 3D craft foam that has a glitter finish. So we've got gold and silver, we've got white and black, and that looks like maybe all that we've got here. But they die cut like butter, and you can have lots of fun creating dimension with that glitter foam. Okay, then we've got our single sheet paper. We'll just do a quick little pan. This is Christmas Tree Farm from Paper Rose. Look at that cardinal. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Oh, and I see a Santa with some baking on here. Super cute. Super cute. Oh, and a rubber band. Put that away. Then we've got our Say Cheese Classic Mouse. And then we've got more of that Christmas holly here in these single sheets. So if there's a sheet that you like, you can always get more. Come on. It's a little slippery. We've got Mistletoe and Memories. And up. Just give you a quick little pan of our sample board. We've got some Christmas layouts coming. Here are some Christmas cards. And then we continue along our Christmas wall with Cartabella and Echo Park. So we have Christmas Village. Sorry, I'm just going to switch. Nope, that way. 6x6 solids, sticker books. I can't believe they cut Santa's head off there. Christmas Village here, Nutcrackers. Christmas Village is the one that has, no, it's not. Sorry, Christmas Village is the more traditional one. Christmas in the City, which is this guy down here, is the one that has the navy blues in it. And it's very, very modern, very urban. Definitely, if you have done New York City in the wintertime, that would be very reminiscent of that. So sticker books, brads, 6x6 pads. I'll come back to this little box set in just a minute. As I'm going along, are there any questions, Matt?
I can't see.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Going to flip around to the other side so we can see questions. We've got Arden's Vintage Christmas. This one is by Kathy Shuttleworth. Love, love, love the non-traditional colors there. I know we've got lots of purple lovers in our audience, so this is a great collection for that. The rainbow kind of embellishments and some fun stuff. And then we've got Katie Bertitte's Seasons of Joy, solids, the 12x12 paper pack. I think we must be out of the 6x8 on Seasons of Joy, but we've got lots of great embellishments to go with it as well. And then more Christmas Tree Farm from Paper Rose over here. Look at that. Look how beautiful that line is. And then single sheets to go with all of those goodies. And Yeah, so here's a sense of what that Christmas in the city looks like. Look how pretty that is. Very pretty, very pretty. All right, so coming back over here, we've got some paper rose card kits. We've got some of that Kiss Cut pet tape, that acetate tape that you can peel off and treat like stickers. And then we've got our Merry Moments kit from Spellbinders. There we go. I got it in the right direction. This is a full card making kit. It's got all kinds of great things inside of it. So it's got card bases, it's got tape, it's got cardstock, it's got a 6x6 paper pad, and all kinds of other goodies as well. I think we went through this when it first came in. Let's see if I can get it with the lid open. So faux wax seals as stickers. Here is that beautiful paper pad. So pretty. Now, there are not instructions necessarily, but there is this little bit of inspiration, and you can go to the Spellbinders website to get more direction and more ideas for this kit. Your card bases are in here. You've got foam stickers. There is a stamp set and all kinds of goodies. So that is Merry Moments. And that really takes us through our Christmas wall. But there's more behind me. So,
but wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. We've got some individual items from Merry Moments. Darlene sneaking in behind to make sure I don't miss anything. We have Christmas junk from Photo Play. Silent Night, A Child is Born is our faith-based Christmas paper pack this year. We've got Festive Holly from Elizabeth Craft, and then White Christmas from Paper Rose. And then last but not least, we showed this one off last week. This is the gorgeous golden evergreen, which could skew either Christmas or winter, depending on how you want to interpret it.
I classified it as winter.
Matt classifies it as winter. I don't know. I think an argument can be made either way, especially when you look at some of these gorgeous, gorgeous die cuts that coordinate with it.
I do the setup. I win.
Okay, guys. There's your question for the day. Golden evergreen, is it Christmas or is it winter? Drop your ideas in the comments. We've got some Christmas sentiments, and then don't forget our Grinchy die cuts here. And then I'm going to swing this one little bit because we have the Katie Sue peelables. We don't have Christmas yet. It is actually, I think it's sitting in our garage. It just came yesterday. Matt needs a little bit of time to get that received. But these are inside sentiments that are a peelable sticker. And Wonderful Days is a whole year of, a year of peelables is the one that's all year round. So you're bound to have some Christmas in there. We've got some samples here of our Hunky Dory. It is Hunky Dory, the quick cards kits. Those are at the back. We're not going to go all the way to the back.
You don't want to walk
But there's Christmas. And then for those of you who might not quite be ready for Christmas yet, we've got some gorgeous, gorgeous fall items. We've got Winnie the Pooh fall. We've got Simple Stories fall. We've got Simply Stated fall. Fall. Hairy cows for Matt.
Ooh.
The quirky turkeys. Yay, I said it right. Quirky turkeys. And then in between there, we've got Halloween. Little bit of Halloween left for those of you who want some spooktacular crafting supplies. All right. So now I'm going to walk back. And I think we'll call it a day. So say hello to the team again. There's our beautiful Copic marker display. Let me flip this guy over. Oh, it looks like people are finding us on YouTube, so that's fantastic. There we go. So another Wednesday is in the books, unless you are a Lawn Fawn fan. So make sure you're watching our website tonight, right at midnight, which is when the Christmas and winter release from Newfoundland. Where did that come from? Oh my goodness.
She's ready to travel.
The Christmas and winter release from Lawn Fawn will be going live at midnight. in between there, Darlene and I will be running the PJ party, demoing. I'm going to do a dangling pickle project. So
careful how you say that one.
If I could say quirky turkeys tonight, I think dangling pickle is a piece of cake. No pun intended. Pickle cake? Ooh, not my thing. Anyways, we got lots of goodies to launch tonight with Lawn Fawn. So if there's anything left, you'll see it next week on Wednesday. But of course, you can always check out the website anytime, 24/7. And that's it for me today. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for tuning in live. Thank you for finding us on YouTube. I'm sorry that Facebook is not being cooperative. And if you're watching on replay, thanks for joining us for the laughs. All right, everyone. Have a great night.